The telenovelas of radio information. More news.
More conversations.
More information.
More sports.
And more talk.
Nigerians station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
In a world filled with dreams and aspirations, there are those who dare to turn their visions into reality. They are the backbone of our economy, the small, medium, and big businesses that drive us forward. From the quaint corner stores on Broad Street to the local boutiques and small businesses in Balogun, medium-sized businesses fuel the engine of growth, providing job opportunities for countless individuals. These businesses form the lifeblood of our economy, working hand in hand to create a thriving ecosystem of commerce and prosperity. On Balogun Abroad, we celebrate the resilience and ingenuity of small, medium, and big businesses. We don't just keep an eye on the stock exchange market, we're in touch with our local markets too. Join us every Wednesday, 5 to 6 p.m. at 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And talk we shall. Welcome to Balogun and Broad. 6 minutes gone past the 5 o'clock hour. The program is Balogun and Broad. It's the business show on Hard Facts every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Sorry, Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. I'm in a hurry to get to Thursday. On Wednesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. we talk about the economy, business, investment, motion, and everything around it. Today we're going to be talking about the Cybersecurity Levy. I think it leaves a bad taste in every single person's mouth, including my guests when I introduce them on the show. But here's some good news before we delve into the conversation. You can actually 500 naira.
Yes, Lagos, you can make some money with just 500 naira. Every day is about winning here on Nigeria Info with oneplay.ng. Okay, all you have to do is go to www.oneplay.ng or just dial *347 *880 *3# *347 *880 *3# and play with as little as 500 naira. Okay, and in a few seconds your ticket will be in the draw. Remember, Lagos, the more you play, the better your chances of winning. We said this times that number. Okay, you can win on the Money Crossfire, on WhatsApp Lagos, Sunnyside, Game On Shows, and every Friday there would be a jackpot of 500,000 naira. And that's not all, because if you play during the week, you automatically qualify for that jackpot, and during the weekend there's also money there. So please, why are you going to sleep on this? Okay, playing during the automatically qualifies, and your chances of winning are the same whether you play on the website, which is www.oneplay.ng, or you dial the code, which is *347 *880 *3#. Remember, Lagos, play responsibly, but don't stop playing. Okay, tell a friend to tell a friend, and thank me later.
All right. Well, my guest, one of my guests is still trying to join us, but the guest that's on Zoom now is Muktah Mohammed. He is an economist, and we've had him on this show many times. I wish that when we have conversations, Mr. Mohammed, we're talking about good things, you know, how our lives have been better, how the economy is now thriving and booming, how we're able to breathe. Unfortunately, that's not the case. The last time you and I had a conversation, we were talking about the removal of subsidy for electricity, and here we are now. Yes, another deduction. But let's start by looking at this cybersecurity levy. A lot of people don't understand. I had to take time to explain to my colleague here in the studio how it works. But for the benefit of the average Nigerian, especially the simplest of minds, take us through what the Office of the ONSA, and banks are trying to do, and how this will play out for the average person.
Okay, thank you for always having me in issues like this, putting me on the spot. We need to look at it this way for the average Nigeria. What it means that if you want to transfer 10,000 to me, you are going out of that your 10,000. You are giving the office of the NSE, National Security Advisor, 50 naira. That's what it just means. So if that's what it meant.
50 naira or 500 naira.
If you are transferring, because the price is 0.005. So it's 50 naira.
Oh, it's not 5%.
It's not 5%. No, it's not 5%.
I see.
They came out to clarify that yesterday. It's 0.005. So they'll be deducting 50 naira from you. So now the banks are not the one charging this. We've always been hard on the banks. This is not the bank's levy. Even the bank, when you withdraw 50,000 from the bank does not even charge you up to 50 naira. So, but now what we will see is that the government that is supposed to help us tell the bank to bring down levy are the same governments that are going to be collecting that levies from. So it's anti. I've been trying to look for a word for it since yesterday. I've not found a word for it. In short, I'm sorry. If you are transferring 10,000 naira, the government is collecting 50 naira from your 10,000 naira. If you are transferring 5,000 naira, the government is collecting 25 naira. For every transaction are different transactions to different people on each, as long as it's done electronically. Each individual you are paying that amount.
Oh,
yes.
So it's not at the end of the day, it's single transaction.
Every single electronic transaction you do.
Wow.
Not like the stamp duty that they said is 50 naira, I think in a month.
Yes.
That, and again, that also is government.
Stamp duty goes government, the banks.
Not. So the government has begun to be, I somebody, maybe the widening of the tax bracket in Nigeria is all about taxing the tax. Because they are saying, the whole idea is the government seems not to have revenue in. Foreign investment, foreign portfolio investment, they are not coming. So they are not saying, okay, how can we do the Calabar?
The Lagos Calabar Highway.
So let's use the office of the National Securizer. Because again, you see, we keep doing all over now. I think we'll have a different result. I have to do with security votes that goes to men, and they don't have to account for how they spend these votes. Now we are having money that will go to the office of the advisor for cybersecurity. What it means that you and I are paying for our security in terms of cyberspace. We are paying for them vectors. Based on the amount of money we have. That's what we are telling us. That means government is no more able to provide cybersecurity for us. I have never heard this kind of levy anywhere where the people are the ones for the security of the cyberspace. Yes, the world has gone beyond physical security, whereby you throw the bombs and everything. That is why government should be able to to do that. Nigeria has been paying, even up to this moment, so we are not saying, that's why I was paying for security. You want us now to pay for the cybersecurity. What is the Office of National Security Advisor? Are they have infrastructure that the banks are using, and naturally the bank's customers are using that infrastructure? Because as far as I know, the cyberspace that we use owned by banks, not by the Office of National Security. So it's just there now. They want to build cybersecurity, national cybersecurity base. Now, are they planning to build it now? There's a lot of stuff that give for answers. This is the most anti-financial law, whatever I've ever come across, where people are astray for the security of their own. I said, I cannot pay a salary. Yeah, salary, they say they will not remove it from there, your payment. But when you want to send money to your children for upkeep, you want that money to your mommy, you want to give that money to your father, or you want to buy something and you want to do it online, you have to pay.
It makes us really wonder. It makes us really wonder. I mean, we already started by talking about the fact that we economically and financially strained. Like I said yesterday, it's like the government is noose around our necks and they're just dragging it. Maybe
very soon you pay for the air you breathe.
I hope not. I hope not, because it's not the government that's providing it.
Even today, the chairman of the tax reform
committee,
board,
yes,
committee is saying that there will be an increment in VAT. Again, he said Nigeria must pay more for VAT. He's saying that. And don't forget, telecommunication tax is coming because the government want to collect 750 million from World Bank. And condition for that is that we should start paying combination tax.
really the worst at a loss for words because the more you mention these things that are still in the box, it makes people want to leave pack boxes in their bags and run away from the country. Same government, if I'm not mistaken, that's saying we not be that we should in our country and make it work. Salaries are not going up if the living is constantly high. Of course, did some magic, some drama on Workers' Day and gave an increment, a very funny increment, 20% to workers, as opposed to the increment that they're taking for minimum wage, even when they still are in talks with Labour. And then, of course, the cost of living has tripled, if not 100%, and that we still have to pay. We shop for connection. Well, I'm just thinking.
Again, cost of food is 4%. Food, we are not even talking about other city. Food is a need, 4%. This is coming from National Bureau of Statistics. And we have a government that is in one hand taking a pay satellite company to the consumer protection for increased service like they have finance. They don't pay. Here is this same government now increase the burden on their people and telling the private sector not to increase. How do I work? Look at the 16 items that are exempted. None of them is productive. Over 10 of them is government to government interference, CBN to the bank. There's no one for SME. There's no one for the manufacturing sector.
I want to, before we come back, I want us to, the reason why I have a lawyer joining us now is so that he can also give us some legal explanation, because this cyber security levy is tied to the Cybersecurity Act of 2015, where that clause is found. My second guest is joining us via Zoom also. Bernard Oniga is a lawyer, of course, is a very good friend of mine, and I know he had to run out of a meeting to join us today. But Bernard, we might not see his face, but we can hear his voice. Bernard, it's so good to have you join us. Good evening.
Good evening, Maryann, and good evening, Muktah.
Good evening.
Bernard, help Nigerians understand what this Cyber Crime Act. Because lots of people, again, out of ignorance, including the media, have not paid attention to that particular clause in that Cyber Crimes Act, which has brought us to this point, because that's where the Office of the National Security Advisor is pulling, this new levy from, pleading to us how this ties to us as Nigerians.
Okay, Maryann, thank you very much. You will recall that when you asked my presence at this interview, I had said to you that I was still in the process of trying to lay my hands on the amended act. Mind you that act, though enacted in 2015, was recently amended and assented to by the president some weeks ago. So I do not have the act, as it were. I have the bill, so I cannot say what portion exactly made it to the final reading and formed part of the act. However, the section in question, which we are interrogating, is not one that we cannot speak about, because it's simple. The federal government is taxing Nigerians and asking us overwhelmingly to pay a certain 0.005%. That is a topic for conversation, and we can hold on to it to talk about that at this point, even though, like I said, I do not have that act, as it were, passed by the National Assembly and assented to by the President as at today. I called a few of my colleagues. That also goes to question the process of lawmaking. If you want me to make a sense of the provisions of that act as it affects us as citizens, I'll first say to you that if there's a provision in a law that would affect Nigerians, especially when it comes to us paying a certain percentage of our income, I think it is one that the federal government or the National Assembly, I mean to say, ought to have consulted widely with the Nigerian people. The estimation is that the people at the Senate and the House of Reps are there to represent our interests. There should be, there is a provision for public hearings, one of the best practices for all legislative chambers across the world, that you carry your people along, you ask questions, and you look at the impact and the extent of impact a law will have on the people. I have heard, Muktah, criticize the government as to the fact that the government doesn't seem to about the economic hardship and food at 40% and inflation rate and all of that. Well, this is not the right time for the federal government burden Nigerians with taxes. I criticize and I to the fullest extent of the intention and the provisions of it would not and does not do Nigerians any good. Usually, government is a social contract. We pay taxes to the government. In return, the government gives us, protects us, our lives and properties, and provides basic amenities. The question on the lips of every Nigerian every day is, what is the government doing for me? And we have a new administration. And we are saying to President Muhammad Buhari and the senators and the House of Members, what are you really doing for us?
President Tinubu,
you keep taking from us every day.
Bernard.
Yeah, President Tinubu, did I say Muhammad Buhari?
Yes,
please?
you did.
Yes. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me.
Okay.
Pardon me, please. Yes, so President Bola Tinubu, yes. You know, when the president came, he took off subsidy from the table. This president keeps taking things off the table. You know, the very minimum, the very little we've enjoyed from government, this president seems to be taking it from us. We've not enjoyed so much as Nigerians.
Oh, Bernard, we're having some connection issues with you. We'll take a quick break and hope that we can fix your audio. And then when we come back, you can join the conversation again. I have Bernard Oniga, Muktah Mohammed. This is Balogun Broad, and we're talking about the cybersecurity levy. And, of course, looking at the economic angle to it and, of course, the legal aspect of it. Stay with us. It's still Balogun Broad, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. My name's Maryann Okon.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hardbacks every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate stories, never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with her husband doing that. VCA and Pepsi confirmed Bedu is back and reloaded. From Love Me Jeje Crooners, Shay Shodomu and Shafi Bello, to the African legend, Awilo Logomba. With the boo of the boo-less, Chike. Thirsty for more? KC, the Oja Piano Master, is bringing out the flips to play. And it's gonna be a party with AG Baby. Pepsi controls the music policy at the AMVCA with confirmed on the 11th of May. Tune into African Magic on DSTV and GoTV. Pepsi, thirsty for more.
Say goodbye to charging fees with Infinix Note 40, ensuring you're powered up from boardrooms to hangouts. Enjoy the stunning 108 megapixel iOS zoom camera and capture memorable moments every day. There's more. Purchase the Infinix Note 40 and get a 3 months free subscription to Showmax to enjoy all the action of the English Premier League football matches and the latest blockbuster movies.
What are you waiting for? Head over to any authorized Infinix retail store nationwide and get your Infinix Note 40 today. Terms and conditions apply.
Every parent wants to see their child growing up happy and healthy. Introducing Renzo Vitamins for Kids, a secret to your child's daily nutrition and boundless joy. With Renzo Vitamins, your child will have the energy to embrace every moment and unlock their full potential. Give your child a head start in life with Renzo Vitamins for Kids, because a happy child is a healthy child.
Renzo's!
Ladies and gentlemen, Football Fan Festival in Nigeria is back. It's Goal Fest 2024, featuring exhilarating games, food, comedy, live music by some of the Nigerian musician superstars, and you can watch the UEFA Champions League final on a super huge screen. Goal Fest 2024 will take place on the 1st of June at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Amadabella Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time 12 noon. Limited tickets available. Get your tickets now at www.goldfestnigeria.com or at 267A at Timmy and Crescent, VI Lagos. Gold Fest 2024 is powered by Femi and the Gang and Football Republic. Proudly refreshed by Pepsi.
You define better odd. I be you one play cause over 1.5. I be you one bet. Say both seem no go score at all. Oh yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chap right up in our show. Oh no, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for bet baba, we win money. Bet baba, baby like you. We get better bonus. And give me no. Yeah, now bet baba day so. Cash up, no sharp. No darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Now, Bet Baba G, not for people under 18.
Nigerian Idol is back.
The stage don't set on a go scream tire. When you hear all the sabi contestants, the new judges on my night, and Rick Hazani don't prepare. But now you will they wait for. Run, go arrange your Go TV, ready your vote and your voice to hail our superstars with their shine.
Yeah, season 9, Wednesday, 7 p.m. on App Magic. Go TV. Love it.
It's like every other year, my wife wants to paint, and her own kind of budget just makes me want to faint. 50 buckets of paint? Make it make sense. I'm only dropping cheddar if it's using Santex.
Santex? Yes, Santex. The amazing durability is more than mere text. Rich quality paint within your budget. So make the smart choice. Paint with Santex.
Can't go wrong
With a smart choice. Santex paint. Smart choice.
Paint dreams on the walls of your reality. Choose Santex paints for its rich quality, vibrant colors, and long-lasting coats. Available at authorized Santex paint distributors across Nigeria. Santex paint, the smart choice.
Madam, you don't try this new Lush hair for your non-eye relaxer kit. We get free neutralizing shampoo and conditioner join.
What? Me, I know deal.
You're not even sabi waiting the apple for town. You see this Lush hair relaxer so?
You know they pepper, you know they burn. It go even make your hair shine like oil.
That's so. Lush hair relaxer kit, na correct. We no go make your hair cut. We no go make your hair dry. You know they pepper and they relax hair well.
Come by your honor.
Lush hair. Be
Those things you can't have it all with one play.
I got that defined point. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira. My name is Well Done. Okay, well done. I want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. Naira on Sunnyside and 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
Dollar no go shame us. Ìwọ Ọlọ́run, dollar no go shame us. Kai you lying. This dollar for no go shame us.
Dollar shame me ke. It don't fit. As a business owner where I be, prices of goods increase every minute, and it not even dey funny. Before I buy market for my shop, they go say it don't increase.
Hello, madam, why don't increase?
Shey you see what they talk. Now until Clan Africa begins supply my market. This one no be low no. Them go supply my market or pay my supplier sharp. I go begin sell the pay small. Now you see why dollar no fit shame me.
If you don't want to make you the worry say price to increase, before you go buy your market, time don't reach. Make Clan Africa begin supply your market or pay your supplier. Or message us for WhatsApp 090-5353-5333 or visit our website at www.clan.africa. With Clan Africa, you fit to get your market today. Make dollar not go shame you.
In Nigeria, the weather can change in an instant, just like life itself. Even when you are caught in a heavy downpour or harmattan has left your skin dry, there's one thing that never changes: the restoring power of Vaseline Petroleum Jelly. Because we all know when harmattan strikes, if you are not protecting your skin, it cracks. So do your lips, and no one wants that. So use Vaseline Petroleum Jelly to keep your skin healthy, smooth, moisturized, and protected all day long, so you can embrace every season with confidence.
For how much? That's how you react when you see really high prices for rides. But there's no reason to worry, because with InDrive, you can always offer a fair deal and not just hope for it. Use InDrive and negotiate for the most fair price for you. InDrive, people driven.
The InDrive online passenger transportation aggregator is not a taxi service. Find more information at www.indrive.com.
It's the 10th edition of the AMVCA, and Super Commando is giving you the energy to fire on. Are you ready to show up and show out? So, whether you're nominated, performing, or just enjoying the action, fire on with your Super Commando energy drink. Fire on at the 10th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards on the 11th of May 2024 at Eco Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. Super Commando energy drink. Fire on.
In every part of the country, Wema Bank is there, serving the needs of every Nigerian. From the child whose dreams are as big as the sky, but in need of a head start. Young tech-driven innovators in search of a financial provider to support their novel ideas. The bold and confident boss lady in need of tailored financial services to fulfill her everyday business needs and maximize her potential. The elderly who want a stress-free day-to-day banking experience anytime, anywhere at their fingertips. The small and medium-scale entrepreneurs who need a partner to help transition from startup to scale-up. We are the backbone of every endeavor, creating value for all and fulfilling dreams for over 79 years. Wema Bank, the bank that works for everyone and stays with you all the way.
Say goodbye to charging fees with Infinix Note 40 fast charging, ensuring you're powered up from boardrooms to hangouts. Enjoy the stunning 108 megapixel iOS zoom camera and capture memorable moments every day. There's more. Purchase the Infinix Note 40 and get a 3 months free subscription to Showmax to enjoy all the action of the English Premier League football matches and the latest blockbuster movies.
What are you waiting for? Head over to any authorized Infinix retail store nationwide and get your Infinix Note 40 today. Terms and conditions apply.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
It's the 10th edition of the AMVCA, and Pepsi Confirmed Bedu is back and reloaded. From Love Me Jeje crooners Shea Shodomu and Shafi Bello to the African legend Awilo Logomba with the Bua Chike. Thirsty for more? KC, the Oja Piano Master, is bringing out the flutes to play. And it's gonna be a party with AG Baby. Pepsi controls the music policy at the AMVCA with Confirmed Bedu on the 11th of May. Tune into African Magic on DSTV and GoTV. Pepsi, thirsty for more.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts.
It's still Balogun Broad on Hard Facts 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're broadcasting live from Lagos, Nigeria, the economic capital. Talking about the economy, yes, we're looking at the new cybersecurity levy that is going to be taken from your bank accounts through the CBN to the Office of the National Security Advisor. And my guest, Bernard Oniga, who's a lawyer, and Muktah, Mohammed, who's an economist, are here to help us try to make sense of all of this. Bernard has told us that he feels that due process was not followed. In other words, this law was repealed, or let me not use repealed, was being amended, we were not carried along. Hence, maybe it slipped through the cracks. And here we are, screaming blue murder after the deed's been done. The question I've been asking everybody is, are you going to get behind this cybersecurity levy? Or are we all going to go to the carpenter to make us some piggy banks where we can put all our monies? But then, of course, you can also talk about this. You can't talk about this without saying, well, now you put your money in the banks, you go to get that same money, they tell you they don't have cash. Only the POSs have cash. Muktah, I'm coming to you. This has been happening for more than a month. I don't know about other people, but this is something that everyone's been noticing. Is there like a quiet agreement between banks and POSs so that the cash that we should find in the ATM is now finding its way to the POS guys? Muktah.
We could say that shouldn't be a problem if the cash is being gotten by those in the rural area. That's the whole idea of POS. But there's no reason why I should go into a bank. I will not have cash. POS is for low income transaction people. You don't want them to carry cash about, and so they go to the POS and then get cash. So I think it's something that has been happening, and maybe now it's getting clearer to us that they need us to be doing more electronic transfer so that they can be getting these charges that they want to be getting for the Office of the National Security Advisor. So that, they say when a wind shout, it cried in the night and a child died in the morning. Even if that was not the reason, for me now, it's more or less like the reason why they are forcing almost all of us to go cashless. But I think it's not right for me not to have access to my money. And then I'll go to a POS. And now I don't know, because in those that were exempted, POS were not exempted. So that means what will happen is that the cost of doing business also have gone high. So don't be surprised tomorrow after this law coming, you go to the POS, it's not going to charge you that fee that used to charge you again, because when he goes to the bank, do his transaction, to transfer that money to his account or whatever means he has, he will have to pay charges. So what we are going to see that snowball effect in every area of our economy. Cost of living will definitely go up again. Then the market women, because most of them buy these things from third parties, so their profit margin is very small. So what you begin to see, that market women now will not prefer you to give them cash than telling them, oh, transfer it out. Then they will not transfer.
But then there is also no money to give them cash.
So there we are, the problem. And if you are not going to give them cash, they are going to tell you that, okay, you pay it with the cash, because they don't want to pay the levy from their own profit. So we are going to have a lot of issues then in the rural area, where government have been thinking about financial inclusion, that you want the rural people to be cashless. When you begin to tell them that this transaction cost, then they would rather just keep their money at home rather than putting it in any bank. And then again, that means they are not endangering their life too.
We found ourselves in a quagmire. But I want to quickly ask this question before I bring Lagosians in. If Bernard can answer this question in less than 2 minutes. Bernard, is there a possibility for Nigerians, because a lot of people are kicking against it, even the NLC, organized labor, has come out to also say this is more like overburdening Nigerians, and so they're saying there has to be a total reversal of it. Is there any way that Nigerians can decide to do sue the government, sue the Office of the Security Advisor, copy the CBN? I don't know. Is there a way that we can fight this legally?
Well, unfortunately, no. It is a law. It is a law. The only thing the federal government can decide to do at this point is to suspend the implementation indefinitely. Taking into consideration the fact that we have a failing economy and inflation is not doing Nigerians any good. Like we've all said, this is not the right time. I know the government is mopping up monies to pay its debts and looking for to do further projects across the country like the coastal road, but you cannot impoverish your people. The infrastructure the government seeks to develop is for our interest and for our good. So the government cannot, at the other hand, want to impoverish Nigerians. So no, but the federal government, I believe, is a listening one, and I think that the president should ask the CBN to delay indefinitely or withhold forth with the implementation of the provisions of the Cybersecurity Act that makes for the 0.5 cybersecurity levy. I would leave it at that for now.
Interesting. Lagos, here is the opportunity for you to ask all your questions. We've got a lawyer, we've got an economist. I'm sure they might be able to help us make sense of what's happening. But I guess that they've said it all. You can't go to court. That used to be a line. Now we all have to either stick with it or push for the government to reverse it totally or put it on hold. Infinity to infinity. I don't know. But join the conversation. 0201 465 7190. I still got Bernard Oniga, who's a lawyer, and Muktah Mohammed, who's an economist. Join the conversation. I'd like to hear from you, Lagos. 60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Maryann.
Good evening.
Okon.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is not that person that got me calling.
Go ahead.
From Lakwe.
Go ahead quickly.
My question is this. The essence of governance is for the citizen to get the value for their life and the state. If it is not possible for them to do what governance entails, why not stop doing harm to the citizen? Is it every day you pay for this tax, you pay for light, you pay for security, you pay for water? Nearly now under APC, we are going to pay for air we are going to take. Is it what governance entails? In other countries, the government gives welfare, treatment to their citizens, hospital, school, talk of it.
Okay,
but why is it opposite under APC this time?
All right, that's 60 seconds. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, Maryann.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
From Igwelere.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in all this, the government is talking about why they are introducing this tax is about security. Then my question now is this: if somebody hack my account tomorrow, I go away with my money. Which means, do I have the right to sue the government for hacking my account?
Okay, good question for Bernard.
Yes. Which means the government is supposed to pay me back.
Okay.
Yes, that's my question.
All right, Bernard, that's one for you. Because this is Cybersecurity Levy, meaning that does it mean that we're going to be all of a sudden protected from hackers, from our monies disappearing from our accounts? And if it does disappear, can one take the government to court, especially the Office of the Security Advisor?
Okay, Miriam, can I go ahead and answer?
Yes, please.
Okay, so that is one of the major issues that I have with the way the government has gone about the enactment and the implementation of this act. We do not understand the full extent of the implementation of the act. And I also want to imagine that the question asked is one that I have also thought about. We all admit that cybersecurity is fundamental. We are in the digital age, and so the cyberspace needs to be safe and secured. I would have imagined that I have a contract with my bank owes me a duty to take my money and keep it safe. I'm just beginning to wonder what relationship the Office of the National Security Advisor wants to have with my bank, so as to enable my bank to take certain monies and now give to the Office of the NSA. It's very questionable. And, like I said to you, the way and manner they went about in amending this law begged for a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions that I don't know, but government must realize that there's a lot of trust deficit. Nigerians, we do not trust our government. So if government wants us to...
Oh, Bernard, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, we lost you for a second. All right.
Yes, it's important that the citizens are carried along. So I cannot answer the question because I do not understand to the full extent how the government wants to go about implementing this law, especially when it comes to, rights and obligations and, responsibilities and all of that.
Great. Hello, welcome to Balogun Broad. Please turn off the volume of your radio.
Good evening, Maryann.
Yes.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
All right, Pastor Ladipo, go ahead.
I wanted to ask your guest, is there like a budget, or the budget is not enough? Is it the reason why they have to tax the common people's money again to meet up? Then lastly, ask them, what about if someone doesn't have so much in that account? Will they continue to deduct that money, either monthly or weekly? Thank you.
Okay, those monies are only made when you do any transaction. But Muktah, over to you.
Yeah, I think you've answered that. If you have your money and you don't do any transaction, those money will not be taxed. Again, if I'm giving Maryann is in GTB, and I'm sending money to Maryann in GTB, I will not be taxed. And the same bank account will not be taxed. If Maryann is moving money from one bank to another that carries her name, the same BVN, that account will not be taxed. So those are some of the things that they came up with. Like, everybody is confused, like the learned Mr. Bernard just said, is what infrastructure, what cyber infrastructure is the Office of the National Security Advisor providing for the banks for him to even earn a levy from the bank customers? So that is one question that will be begging for an answer. And why is it that the money is not even going to the Central Bank of Nigeria? They will be disposed accordingly.
Yeah.
Why is it going to the Office of the National Security Advisor? What project are they going to be using that money for? You see, we've seen social investment in the so-called social investment. We've seen how those money are being embezzled. We've seen national security boards, governors are being embezzled. So what will even give Nigerians the trust that you are building a national security, cyber security backbone to save all of us? So for how long will you keep building this security back? Will I continue to pave every year?
Well, maybe as long as we leave. Yeah, maybe as long as we leave. Let's go to social media. I have just 3 minutes on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to WhatsApp. I want to read some messages as they come in because we don't have time. Someone here says they came out to clarify that they may not... someone say this may not be the right word, in my opinion. They actually reverted to the original proposal in the bill after testing the spirits of the masses. I don't understand how I'll be the one to give the bank money for safekeeping in agreement with normal procedures. They make money from it, and I'll still have to pay for security of the funds I gave the bank for safekeeping. Only in this country can we have these sorts of garbages thrown at citizens. Tony from Marine Beach. This one says, there's no difference between APC government and the Kingdom of Rehoboam. And this is from Mary Faye. This one says, good evening, Nigeria Info. Sorry, I don't know the hashtag of your program. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Please note that POSs are to be registered with the CAC. And I stand to be corrected. Yes, the CBN has put out that too. If you are not registered, you might not be able to do anything in a few weeks. So you better go get ready with CAC. This one says, I've always been saying here that POS operators source the cash from the market men and women and not from the banks. Banks don't have money to give to them. No bank official colludes with POS operators to divert cash meant for ATM machine. Do your due diligence on this, please. Okay. This one says, my name is Valentine. What exactly is the job of the government? We bought land ourselves. We build houses ourselves. Government turns around, demolishes it. We pay for security ourselves. We contribute to do our roads. We buy electricity poles and transformers ourselves. Please, what exactly is the job of this government? Shame, shame, shame to our leaders, this person says. Valentine, thank you for your message. This one says, the NSA has always been a conduit to siphon monies without accountability. It will always be shrouded in secrecy under the name of national security. And this is from Francis. This one says, Maryann, do you know this government deserves Amadioha curses on a daily basis? I don't know. This one says, they said about 40% goes to CSO office. How about the remaining 60%? I don't know about that. Maybe Muktah might help us out here. This one says, Cybersecurity Levy is a monumental fraud. The NSA office has a budget already funded by the people. Maybe they need more money. Gentlemen, unfortunately, we have just very little time, and I need to thank you all for being part of the conversation. Our time is fast spent, and we have to go. Muktah Mohammed is an economist. Bernard Oniga is a lawyer. Bernard, thank you so much. I know you ran out of your meeting to be here. Mr. Mohammed, always you answer when we call, and we appreciate it. Let's hope that in a few days to come, government might hear our cries and do something about the situation. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Maryann, for having me.
Thank you so much. Bernard Oniga, Muktah Mohammed on Balogun and Broad. We have to go now, Lagos. Don't forget, tomorrow the conversation will be taking us outside of Nigeria to the Gulf of Guinea. Yes, we'll be talking about that. And on A's and Nays, we return to the River State House of Assembly and the drama that's going on there. But we'll be right back after this break for me to say my proper goodbye. Stay with us.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.